The task list for this week would have sent past me in a complete spiral. They're filled with marathon tasks, and I very much identify as a sprinter, especially in my creative work, especially with the making. It flows out of me. All of the imagery that I use with myself and creation are fast, high volume, and immediate. I look at this list and everything on it takes a while to fruit. This is one that takes 10, 15 years to fruit when I'm used to really fast growing trees like the papaya. It's juicy, it's fast, it grows within a year, it's fruitful. But I want an art career that lasts. The change in mindset happened when I lived my dream job. Even when I wasn't getting paid for it, I had the opportunity to wake up and be a professional artist that day, and something in me completely changed. I'm still a sprinter. Let's not get crazy here. It's still me. But I think that need for things to happen immediately and things to come easily and deciding if it's successful just a day to day instead of looking at it holistically and giving it the time to breathe and grow has changed in me, like radically has changed in me. So now I look at a task like sewing my quilt pieces, and it's not just sewing the quilt pieces. It's not just how quickly can I sew these pieces. It turns into this is practice. This is studio time. This is building to something greater. I'm not only producing a piece of work, but I'm really growing my skill set as an artist in this moment. And it completely changes the dynamic. It makes it so that it's more sustainable. I want to do it. I want to invest into longer, but it also makes me really appreciate the vibe during the creation. Like now I want the flowers. Now I want the music. I want the breeze. I want the vibe. I care about creation, not just the result anymore. And that's just been transformative, honestly. Enjoying the making, enjoying the moment, and not needing it to be so rushed is something that came way late in my creative journey and had to be a lesson that I needed to hear a few times before it actually clicked. About a year ago, I decided I was going to make the transition from selling my own art to working with galleries. And I had no idea what that would take, but I knew it was a dream of mine, a childhood dream of mine to have my art in a gallery. And so I decided that this year was going to be the year that I got into galleries, 2026. I'll go in a gallery. It was going to happen. I saw it so clearly and I didn't really know the steps needed. And so in 2025, when I decided halfway through the year, I was like, okay, I have this collection I've been working on. Let's fine tune it. Let's get everything working, flowing towards this goal. And at the end of the year, happenstance, I apply to this gallery and guess what? I get in. And I can't tell you, because it's never happened before, but I can't tell you how great it felt to have a New Year's resolution accomplished in January. I was like, who is she? Who is she? And I rode that high into the opening of the gallery. I was standing around all of these prestigious artists. My mom and my sister flew in. I had this group of people supporting me, my friends. It was an amazing night. Towards the end of the night, I saw this artist, this fellow artist, who wanted to know my exhibition history. What shows have I been in? He wanted to kiki with me. And I told him the truth. This is my first one. And that I'd just been trying for a couple months. And this was actually the first one I applied to. And it all happened kind of quickly. And he was in shock. He told me, especially here in Hawaii, where I'm on a pretty sleepy island and things just take longer here. And he told me that he was amazed that it took him a while to get into the scene and then a while to really make his living off of being a gallery artist that mainly works on island. That's kind of when the speed of the gallery career shifted from super speed, 2x, sprinting, down to the sobering reality, which was when he told me that it would take a decade. Oh my goodness, wait a second. This dream that I thought I could do within a few weeks is going to take me 10 years. I remember it just playing in my mind on repeat on the drive home. And then I realized in 10 years, I'm still going to want this to be my reality. Like this is it. This is my dream. I'm so lucky to get it. Who am I to rush it? Right? And I did feel peace in that moment. That's not to say that the journey's been peaceful or going from a sprinter to a marathon is natural. I'm still a sprinter in my heart. I think what changed is that now I'm doing kind of a combo. I'm doing these quarterly 12-week sprints to a marathon goal. My whole mindset's changed, but the way that I approach art has still really stayed the same. I still want to come in like a whirlwind and just create and tuft and just be productive. But I'm also learning now that it's not for a short time, that I need to find systems and ways to create and support myself so that I don't need to take long breaks, so that I don't need to feel burnt out, so that I don't need to give up on myself or have a really demanding, impatient inner voice. A lesson from the garden that I've really taken into this studio is how interconnected everything is. I still remember taking this permaculture class where they talked about how one thing affects everything. It's all one. Instead of one plant, one season, it's one garden, it's one ecosystem all working together. And that feels so true in the studio. What happens with the making and the art affects the final product, but it also affects the marketing. It also affects the storytelling, the photography, everything, the artist. It's all connected. It's all moving as one. And so now that don't have this rush, I'm not feeling pulled to tools and experiences and sharing that feels rushed. So instead of using TikTok, that's speedy and fast to grow, I'm investing in Substack and my website and this channel, things that are not so speedy, but that build deeper roots, that connect in a more meaningful way and will be fruitful for years to come. And my success is really rooted in a different place also. Before, it was rooted in more of these like external vanity metrics. But now I'm realizing I would rather connect with you in a meaningful way, one-to-one, than a million views, than all the fame in the world, because that's not the point, right? I think the point is that we're here together, me and you, when we could be pulled in a million different areas, but here we are, right? In this moment, just talking about creation, talking about making stuff, being creative besties together, right? How magical is that? That is the success, knowing that we're here. We're showing up time and time again consistently to this marathon of creation, to this lifelong journey of making. We're in this together. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending so much love, and I'll see you soon.